Hi everyone, I am Zura and welcome back to today's video, and today I'm going to be talking about the books that I read lately. There are so many books that I've been reading lately, and most of them are really interesting. They carry like many hot issues in today's society, like black life, like sexual harassment, like gender equality. But I'm going for this book because of certain reason. So this book is talking about the mental illness, so that's why I chose this book. I have to tell you guys a little bit that now I am collecting the books that are playing with the mental illness, because yeah, I am really into this topic now, so that's why I go for this book. The book is called, it's kind of a funny story by Vizzini, an American writer. This book was published like many years ago, like many years ago, many years ago, and there is actually film adaptation. So if you guys are interested in this story, like this kind of story, after this you guys can like check it out. So the book is a story of a high school boy who is really ambitious, who has a huge dream to become a successful person in the future. And a successful person in his perception is a person who get into the best high school, the best university, and who get the right job in the future. Therefore, he works really hard to get into the best high school in Manhattan, and he finally get that school. So everything seems to be flowing perfectly, like it goes really beautifully. But day by day, he spent time living there and studying there. He later become anxious and depressed due to homework and due to the environment. His stress grows rapidly, like bigger and bigger, and it affects him in many aspects of his daily life. Like he can't sleep, he can't eat, he can't even like find a stable state of his mind. So this is really, like it's really difficult to live with this kind of problem. And he even came up with the idea of ending his life with the suicidal thought, which is really sad. Like this is really sad. Luckily, he realized that he has a mental illness, like he has a problem with his mental health. He is sick and he wanted to be killed. So that's why when he realized that, he called the hotline and he decided to be admitted to the hospital. He did a really good job. I mean, this is really brave. So during the time in hospital, Craig met a lot of patients who have like different mental illness conditions, and then he learned a lot from them. And he met a female patient, like a girl, who is going to make him feel like he is in love again, and then both of them like help each other to get recovery. This is so cute, isn't it? And he also found his hidden talents that he never thought before.
He found that he has a huge talent in art, and he found that whenever he did something related to art, he feel that those things are bringing him calmness, happiness, and relaxation. Those things he considered as a normal state of mind, the thing that he wanted to have really long time ago.
After he found out that he is really good in arts and he wanted to go for that, he decided to talk to his parents that he wanted to move from the old school to the new school. The new school is the school specialized in art, like only for arts. At first, his parents didn't really agree with him. They tried to convince him to have like a second thought, but he still want to go for that. So he finally get full support from his parents, which is really sweet. The end of the story is when Craig was walking to his home, and then he realized, he flashed back to everything in the past, and then he realized that he doesn't want to live his life in that way. He even questioned himself that what if he still walks in that path, and then he has a successful life. I mean, he has a material successful life, but he has to be depressed and be anxious, and then he has to he come up with the idea of ending his life. Often what all those mean for him. I mean, I really love this. And then he walked back to his home with excitement, and he's ready. He's so ready for the futures, thinking that the future is holding. So the story in this book is the same like other story. You guys can see that there are so many books are playing with the theme of like with the issues of mental illness. But the thing that makes this book different from other books is the way Ned narrates the story. I mean, this is a book, like a story of a high school student who is struggling with depression. But when I was reading this book, I laughed a lot. I mean, it's full of humor. It's like it's really funny. It's like the name of the story, like it's kind of funny story. It's like that, but you can still feel the pain of Craig. I mean, how the writer Ned Vizzini was writing this book. How can he do that? I mean, this is really wow. And if the writer Ned Vizzini was still with us, I would ask him, how did he write such a depressed story in a funny way? I mean, this is really good. But yeah, unfortunately, as we know that he's no longer with us. I feel like the writer was telling something that possibly happened to everyone. I mean, the overall of the story, the conflict, the characters are not set only in the fiction, but in the real life. I can feel like that. We can see that there are lots of teenagers in our today's world facing with depression, with the huge stress. Like Greg is like a representative of many of teenagers who are seeking for material success but falling down in the ocean of pressure. I really love when Craig discovered his hidden talent, which is art, the thing that he never ever thought before. And I love when he admitted that art is his passion and he wanted to go for that. I mean, I love this line because I think because of art, he realized himself that he doesn't want to live his life in such a way he used to picture. He questioned himself that what if he become a material successful person, but then he has to walk in the circle of depression, what all those mean, what all those stuff mean for him. I mean, wow, I mean, this is really inspirational line for me, really. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you gained something from this video, and see you next video. Please stay tuned for this video. Bye.